welcome to Conversations with Crystal. I am your hostess, Crystal. Thank you for joining us. And this evening I have the most wonderful guest, and her name is Nerilita, and she's from The Mezcaltones. Good evening, Nerilita. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, and how are you today?
Crystal, I couldn't be better, and it's all the better for speaking with you. Thank you so very much for having me.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Now, you guys have just kind of burst onto the scene for me. I saw you guys come up on Facebook and I went, oh my God, who is this group? Because your group is called the Mezcaltones.
Yeah.
And it looks to me like it's a mix of the Old West.
Yeah.
A bit of
it's sort of like we go by the brand of old country with a Tarantino twist. Now you've seen the band. It's very theatrical because we try to keep the audience engaged. We try to keep ourselves engaged.
Yeah.
So we have Mimi doing crazy antics. There's a little bit of surf guitar thrown in there as well, which, you know, it's sort of music that you would find in a Tarantino movie. So it's a bit of an eclectic mix.
Oh,
so
look,
but it seems to work. People seem to like us, and I think because, you know, it's quite an exciting band to watch.
yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought, oh my goodness, this is just fantastic. Now,
thank you.
whose brainchild was it?
Well, Crystal, I must say it was mine.
One for the girl power. I love it.
Well, totally. I hadn't played for a few years, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I used to play in an old country band.
Mm-hmm.
Before the Mezcaltones. And anyway, I hadn't played for a while. My husband and I was sitting watching the Once Upon a Time in Mexico series by Robert Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and I was listening to the music. The music was super cool. The outfits were super cool. And I just sort of turned to him and I said, oh, how fun would it be to do a band sort of like with this vibe going on, you know, these sort of outfits, you know, playing this type of music. And he thought it was the stupidest thing he'd ever heard.
I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And now, of course, he's eating his words. But, yeah, we decided to give it a go. And, yeah, it seems to be going quite well. I think, like, people either love us or they hate us. Like, some people come along and I just look at the looks on their faces and I think, ooh, what have we got here? And it's just like if they manage to get through the first set, by the end of the first set, they absolutely love us.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's too much, they leave through the halfway through the set, well, we're not the band for them. But that's fine. That's fine. Everybody has their own taste.
And it looks to me like you guys have such fun.
Oh, look, we do have fun. It is a fun band to play with, you know. Mimi, the dancer, our beautiful, gorgeous dancer / percussionist, is so much fun to work with. She's very silly on stage. We're all really silly on stage. And, like, you know, we do these Blues Brothers moves to, like, you know, just entertain ourselves. What next can we come up with that is really silly and corny? But, yeah, it seems to work. And, yeah.
Yeah, I can't say it enough. I think is just absolutely fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Now, where did you get all your players from? Were they people that you already knew or...
Yeah, well, my husband is the lead singer and I've never worked with him in a band before. We've been together like 30 years and we've both played in our own bands, but sometimes it's not a great mix working with your spouse in a band. But anyway, we thought, you know what, we'll give it a whirl. We're a little bit older now, a little bit more mature and and he knows who the boss is.
You know what? That's
really
exactly
well.
right.
So it works really, really, really well.
Yeah.
Mimi, our beautiful dancer slash percussionist, she used to work with me, and I heard on the grapevine that she was a dancer.
Hmm.
And I approached her and I said, would you be interested in dancing for a band? And I heard she'd done a little bit of singing, and then she hadn't played percussion before, but she sort of like picked that up really quickly, and that's how Mimi became involved.
Hmm.
The drummer is my brother-in-law, so I've played in a band with him before, previously. The bass player, uh, both Cole and I have played with him in previous bands. And the guitarist, we advertised for him on Gumtree. So we just put in this really sort of crazy ad, like if you like lots of tremolo, reverb, and like wearing cowboy shirts and cowboy hats, will give us a ring.
That is a fabulous ad. That has to be the best ad I've ever heard in my life.
But how's what happened? So a mate of his showed him the ad as a joke. He said, "Oh yeah, here's a band for you, Shango." And Shango liked the look of it, and he rang me.
Oh, and it's all clicked from the first rehearsal?
Yeah, we did try out a couple of other guitar players, but they didn't work. Work out. Oh, and originally, sorry, we had a female bass guitarist. So the original lineup was 3 women, 3 men. But Steph went off and had babies. Luke came in and filled in for her on maternity leave. She came back after having her baba, and then she left and had another bubba and didn't come back. It was a bit too much for her.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a little bit much.
Yeah, but that was the original lineup. We had Steph on bass, me on rhythm, and Mimi on dance percussionist, and then the boys. So, yeah.
Yeah. And so you play rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
When did you first learn guitar? Was that a passion from early age, or did you just come around to it? How did that form?
Look, I started having lessons at 9, and I was playing in bands at 13. So I used
Fabulous.
to play in a band with my sister. She was on bass, I was on guitar, and we'd have to work out that there was no internet where you could just look up the tabs for music.
No.
We had to listen to the music and work it all out, work out all the lyrics, work out all the music. So it's so different to now. Everybody's got it so easy.
Oh, we do.
And and I'm from Tasmania, and we used to play. We had a residency at the Tamahir Hotel in Devonport every Friday night. We were a 3-piece band.
Awesome.
My sister and I, we had Mike, a guy called Mike, on drums. And, I did that for a few years, and then went off and studied, and then I didn't play for a few years. And then I moved to Sydney, and somebody heard that I could play guitar and suggested that I get in a band with them. So I started playing again.
Oh, that's fabulous. And is guitar the only instrument that you play?
I've played bass in a band before, and in Tassie, I taught myself how to play banjo. Sounds very Deliverance, doesn't it?
Well, it does. You know what? Banjos are very understated, and I've got one, and I think that's just got something. Not sure what, but it's got something.
Oh, it's just like the picking, the bluegrass style is really cool, I think.
It
really
is.
Cool.
I love it too.
I'm not sure if I could play that now, but I did sort of manage to play that quite well. But anyway,
oh,
that's been
good.
a while.
And do you sing as well in this band? Yes.
Yes, I do. So I sing a couple of lead vocals, but mainly just playing rhythm and doing backups, because I used to front bands, and it's too much hard work. I just want to I just want to hang back and do cool dance moves with my guitar.
That sounds like a lot of fun. A lot of
And
fun.
it's just, yeah, it's too much pressure being the front person.
Yeah.
So this band and the last band, I wasn't the front person, but all the other bands I've been front person plus guitarist.
Right.
So
So now in this band, the Mezcaltones,
yeah.
do you guys write your own music or who does that?
Yeah, yeah, we do. So basically, we've just released our fourth album this year, which is called Agave Soiree. And I think there are about 9 tracks on there, and 8 of them are original. The cover that we've done is a track by Willie Nelson and Ray Charles.
Hmm.
But yeah, so 4 albums. The first album I think was half originals, half covers,
Hmm.
and then it's got more and more originals as for each album after that.
So who is the writer? Is it you or your husband? Do you guys all collaborate as a unit? The band?
Yes, what usually happens is my husband will come up with an idea, and he will run it with Shango, our guitarist, and they'll come up with a song format, and then bring it to the band, and then we sort of fine tune it.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
it is a collaborative process. So.
Right. Now, the latest album that's come out, where can people source that from?
Okay, so you can buy it online on our website. It's also available on, if you want a digital version, it's also available on Apple iTunes, um, Apple, where else? All the
Oh,
digital platforms.
Spotify probably.
Oh, well, I know it's on Spotify, but
Yep.
that one's free. We don't advertise that one, love. I need the ones where they
No,
can
no,
buy
where they're
it.
going to buy it. That's right. Now, at your gigs, do you
Yeah.
have like merch that people can buy?
Yeah, totally. So we've got heaps of merch. We've got we always take a suitcase full of albums. We've got trucker caps, we've got t-shirts, we've got bandanas, and we've got patches, and we're about to do another merch run for Tamworth because we've got 8 shows booked at Tamworth in January, and we're doing hand fans, which always go really, really well
Yeah.
in the heat. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
gosh, yes. You just took that question out of my mouth, which was, are you guys going to Tamworth? So the answer to that is yes. So,
Yeah, so we played there this year, and before we left town, the general manager came up to me, the CEO, I think he is, came up to me of West Diggers, and he said, "Are you guys doing anything next January? Do you want to come back and play again?" And so we were booked virtually straight away.
how fantastic is that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. That
so
is
so
really
that was
awesome.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he really, really likes the band.
Yeah.
I guess because it's so unique, it is something really, really different.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it, but in a good way. In a very, very good way. It kind
In
of
a positive way.
reminds me, in a way, of like a spaghetti western.
Well,
You know?
exactly.
And I just go, that is so cool. Where's Clint Eastwood?
Well, exactly. And that's what it's about. I don't know. We did a short movie called Uno Cerveza. You should check that out online. And
Yeah.
there is your spaghetti western
Oh,
high. We
fantastic.
shot it up at Old Sydney Town.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So it's like set in like the early 1900s, and there's a gunfight. And
Yeah. You've
it's
got to
got
have a
quite
gunfight.
yeah, it's got quite a twist. It's got
Yeah.
quite a twist. And it's only a 10-minute YouTube video, so you should
Right.
check it out.
So, what I would like to do when I do the description of this show, I'm going to put in all the links, and I really want the link to that.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I'll send it through to you. It's amazing. It's really, really good. It's
And did you guys film it in one go, or was there a process?
no, it was done in it was done over 2 days. shot over 2 days, and then we just had a really amazing editor. Oh, there was a couple of other locations as well, so I haven't seen it for a while. I just remembered there was another location, but it's it's really interesting. Speaking of film clips, we're just about to release our latest film clip.
Fabulous.
It's called Motorcycle Girl Episode 3. So that's a series. We've got The Adventures of Motorcycle Girl. So Ep 1 and Ep 2 are out at the moment, and Ep 3 is just about to be released as well.
And do you know the date for that?
Not as yet, but it should be before Christmas.
Okay, cool.
But that takes the listener or the viewer on another tangent of the Mezcaltones, because it's like, what are we doing now? We're doing Motorcycle Girls, but it's all, once again, all very, very silly, all very tongue-in-cheek, nothing serious, and it's just like us having fun.
You know what? I really think that you guys need to have a movie.
Why? But it costs a lot of money to make a movie.
Yes, but I think you've got something. You have an idea there that nobody else has got.
Yeah.
And I think you need to look into approaching somebody to do that.
Yeah.
I think that would be fantastic. So how long have you guys been together?
It's just come up to 10 years. So we've been together quite a while, but obviously we didn't play during COVID, so we're out of action there for a couple of years. So it's around about the 10-year mark. So the band's pretty cooking at the moment. It's pretty slick. So whoever's listening to this podcast, you need to come and check it out.
Well, definitely, and I absolutely think so too. You had one, I think it was last week or the week before, but we had a gig too, and I'm like, I really wanted to go and come along and be part of the experience. But we had our own thing. So
anyway, that's nice that you're playing as well. Were you playing banjo?
No. Mandolin.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, but only for one song. But that's another story.
Well, still, you know what? You were playing mandolin. I'm impressed.
Thank you. It's not that easy.
No, not at all. There's a very small neck.
Yes. Now, so what is your favourite genre of music? Before you guys got this amazing venture going, what did you like the best? Like, what did you like listening to? What inspired you? What made you want to pick up the guitar?
Yeah. Well, as a child, you mean, like when I was young, or are we talking current? Or
anytime.
Current. Well, when I was young, it was sort of like, Fleetwood Mac, Creedence Clearwater, America, Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, that sort of vibe.
Yep.
And like sort of, with this band, we were like sort of into Eileen Jewell. She does some beautiful stuff. Los Lobos, Tito and Tarantula. They're a Spanish sort of rocky band, but quite hypnotic. They've got some really, really cool guitar parts going on, and that was the appeal with that band, because I just love what they do.
Yeah.
The Mavericks. So I mean, but I like a lot of type of music. I mean, I like rock music, so stuff with a little bit of edge.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, you know what I mean. So
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Now, have you got a funny story? Have you guys toured? Actually, hang on a sec. Have you guys toured?
Yeah. So basically, pre-COVID, we did a tour up in Brisbane, Vegas. We went to because we played Groundwater.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did some dates up in Brisbane as well. So we've been asked to go to other states and to come back to Queensland, do Northern New South Wales and do Victoria.
Nice.
But it's really hard. The band's really busy. A lot of the guys, or everyone works a day gig. So
right.
Yeah, and also because a couple of the guys play in other bands, and it's very hard to find a week where everyone's available to
Yeah.
go off touring somewhere.
Yeah.
But it is on my radar, and it was something I might look into next year.
Yeah,
So
I think that would work. I really do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so you play rhythm guitar. Now, how many guitars do you have?
Oh, darling, what a question to ask me. Let me just turn around and count them all.
I
Let
quite
me just have.
famously say I have seven and a bass and a mandolin and a banjo, and
Oh,
I have more than the husband.
oh, well, I've got more than my husband, that's for sure. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One's getting in fixed. 7, 8, 9, 10, and
10.
a ukulele. And a ukulele.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And what is your favourite one to play?
Look, do you know what? I'm going to brag. Can I brag?
You can.
I own this beautiful black 1976 Les Paul Gibson,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
it's in immaculate condition. It's in absolutely immaculate condition. And look, it's just it's a bit of a show off guitar
Yeah.
to play.
But it probably weighs a ton.
Oh, I know. Well, that's why I work out so much. But it's a class guitar. It is a really class guitar.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. The action's really good on it. It sounds great. It looks great. It's awesome. But then I do sometimes play. My husband's got an 80s slimline Telecaster.
Oh,
So
nice. Yep.
yeah. So I play that as well. So I go through stages. You know what I mean? Like there's a couple of Gibsons here. So at the moment I'm playing the Les Paul. Yeah, and I just go through stages
Do
with
any of
which
them
ones I'm going to play.
do any of them have names?
No, they don't. Although the band calls my Gibson the Anvil of the Goddess.
I love it. Love it. That's
So
choice, that is.
they've got a nickname for that.
Now, what do you pair your guitar with on stage in the band? Is it a Fender? Is it a Vox? Is it a Marshall? Or something?
It's a Vox.
Oh, love you even more. I'm a Vox girl too.
Oh, good. Awesome. Yeah, it's a classic sound, hey.
Oh, absolutely. AC30?
15.
15. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
the guys would kill me if I played through an AC30. They already think that I'm like crazy loud. And they're like going, turn down.
Oh, yeah, you barely have to turn them up. And
Yeah,
they're
I
just
know.
like, oh, bang, I love them.
Yeah.
Nothing like them. That's for sure.
No.
And do you play acoustic guitar?
Yeah, we've got a mate in here. I'm actually a guitar teacher as well. So
Well, there you go. That was
yeah.
my next question. Are you
Yeah.
psychic? Listen, I'm a
So-
psychic. There's only room for one psychic in this conversation. Thank you.
Oh dear. But anyway, so yeah, I'm looking at this lovely mason here. It's a 1980s mason.
Oh, beautiful.
Just sounds incredible. I mean, they just get better and better.
Yes.
With it has to be like pre-2000 for a maiden, though, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like, some of my students have got new ones, and it just doesn't.
They changed the wood, and plus your one, because you've played it for a while, it's all the
Yeah.
timbers opened up and it's become
Yeah,
seasoned.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh,
It's
gorgeous.
got a beautiful warm sound. Very,
Yeah.
very, very nice guitar.
nice.
So,
And
yeah.
you're a guitar teacher, eh?
Yeah, I am.
And how long have you been doing that?
Maybe about 15 years.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
what is your business day? Maybe are you full of students at the moment, or do you need more? Or
Well, it's just through word of mouth, because I only do it on Saturdays and Monday nights, and so yeah, it's just like I have like you'll get like sort of one lot of kids through, and then they tell their mates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
There's
and they
this-
usually stay with me for a long, long time, like years and years. So, which
that's
is good.
great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't want to play with a gorgeous lady who plays in a band called The Mezcaltones? It's a spaghetti western. I love it. Oh, I just love it. Who wouldn't want to do that? You know?
Thank you. Thank you. Although I don't really look like a mezcaltone when I'm teaching.
I'm sure the boys would love it if you did.
I don't normally get into those outfits.
Oh, that's so much fun. I think we'll take this moment and I'm going to insert one of your original songs into this mix.
Yeah.
And this is the track called I Wanna Do It With You. Fabulous track that is. That is, I Want to Do It With You. So, Nerilita, what's the best live act you've ever seen? The best concert you've ever seen?
All right. Well, I have seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows because I used to work in record companies.
Oh, cool.
So, and I used to work in the sales team. So we had to go and see a lot of shows so we could push the product of the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I've seen a lot. But can I say the most surprising show that I've ever seen was Dolly Parton. That
Oh, really? Oh, I'm so jealous.
that woman is truly an international superstar. I've never ever experienced a concert like hers before, ever.
Wow. And she's a very smart businesswoman.
Oh, totally, totally.
Mm.
And she was just, yeah, I've never actually quite seen an artist. I mean, apart from how brilliant the show was, like, her music, her musicians, but I've never actually seen an artist that um, appeared to open her heart to absolutely everybody in that venue
Wow.
and take them all in.
Yeah.
Like, she's either an incredible actress or just an incredible person.
No, I think she's an incredible person and she's very genuine from what
Yeah,
I've
totally,
seen.
totally.
Very, very genuine. But hard
But
as nails as well.
yeah, she was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So the only other artist I've seen who's come close to it would be Liza Minnelli. She was pretty amazing
Oh,
as
wow.
well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but similar sort of like star on an international sort of stage, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. So she actually blew my mind because I wasn't expecting her to be that good.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Because
that's good.
I went and I thought, oh, this would be nice. This would be like, it'd be great to see what Dolly Parton's really like.
Mm.
And yeah, mind blowing.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And where was that you saw her? Wouldn't have been the Grand Ole Opry because I know she did her early career there.
Yeah, no, it was at the old entertainment centre in Sydney.
In Sydney.
Yeah,
Oh. Oh, well, I
yeah,
certainly missed that one, didn't I?
yeah. So that's where that was. So
Right.
she was incredible.
Yeah. And do you think being a woman in the music industry, and you've worked on the other side of it as well, how hard do you feel it is for a woman to be taken seriously in the industry?
Well, I think times have changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, sort of pre-2000, it was just like, it depended on, how good looking you were, and it was more face value. Whereas like these times, I think I think talent's got a lot more to do with it. It's taken more seriously
Mm-hmm.
than you were sort of like, 20 or 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's for
So,
sure.
yeah.
Did you find it when you started out uh, when you were younger,
Yeah.
little bit younger? Uh, did you find that if you joined a band, being a girl guitarist, a female guitarist, that the boys in the band kind of didn't take you seriously, or they thought that
Do you
they
know
could have it
what?
over you at all, or
Do you
not?
know what? I was probably taking it a little bit more seriously because I was the front woman.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So when I was playing when I was younger, I was calling the shots a bit. Not as much as in this band,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think I was a little bit more respected because I was actually the front woman and I was playing guitar as well.
Yeah, right. That's a big thing.
You
Big
know what I
thing, I
mean?
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I just wasn't some front woman, but I could actually play and play
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
that's
think
good.
that, yeah, I think that helped a lot in my instance. But yeah, a lot of people want to play in a band and or they want to sing for a band. But I think if you're an accomplished musician, you get a little bit more respect.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Now, I kind of want to go back to, you said you started playing at 9 years old or learning at
Yeah,
9 years old,
yeah,
and you started performing at 13.
yeah.
Would that be correct?
Yeah.
So, how did you get a gig at 13?
Oh, look, it was my parents. I had nothing to do with it. So, you know what I mean? Like they had to accompany us to the gigs. I mean, we were really, really lucky. Like looking back on it, my father, he bought us like, electric guitars. We had quad boxes. We had, he bought us a PA. He turned an old glass house into a soundproof rumpus room,
Wow.
and built a stage, drum riser, and bought a Bedford van and painted it pink because his daughters were in the band.
I love
And
that.
yeah, and carted us around to all these shows. It would have been him who was making all the bookings, not us.
I think that's so fabulous that you've had that parental support.
Yeah, totally. It was quite incredible actually. But it's the difference between sort of now and then. I was actually locked in my bedroom for half an hour every day and wasn't allowed to come out until I'd done my 30 minutes practice day. Try doing that to a kid today. Let me tell you, it doesn't work.
No. However, there was a method to his madness, and that is that you're a fantastic player now. And look what you're doing. I mean, most people can only dream of that.
Yeah. Look, it paid off, and we were making cash.
Yes.
And all kids want cash, don't they?
Yeah. Can you remember way back then at the first gig that you guys played? Can you remember how much you got paid?
Look, do you know what? I have a feeling it was about $150.
Yep.
So it would have been like $50 each. Not much different now, is it?
You know what? I was just having a conversation with another musician who said it hasn't changed really in 40 years. And I'm like, that's pretty terrible, really, because...
Oh, it is. I mean, we get paid more than $50 each. So.
Yeah. But it really hasn't changed all that much.
It hasn't changed that much. It's really bad. But I think, I think we end up coming out with about $50 each.
Yeah. And listen, for a child, that's really, really good.
I know.
And did you get some kind of, this will be an interesting question, did you get a jealousy or a respect from the children at school?
Oh, no, they loved me.
Great.
So it was just like, it was like you're a superstar playing in a band.
Yes.
So at that young age and playing in like a band that's actually working and making money.
Yeah, right. So what was the name of that first band?
Are you ready? Ready for this?
Yeah.
Alcatraz.
Why on earth Alcatraz?
I have no idea. I can't remember.
Could it have been getting locked in your room?
Probably. I feel like I was in prison.
Yeah. So that's such a cool name. Really cool.
It sounds like we should have been a metal band. And there's these two little girls playing Fleetwood Mac, Linda Ronstadt, Creedence Clearwater.
Oh, look, I think that's it's really, really fabulous. It really, really is. Now, so it was you and your sister?
Yeah.
So does she play with you guys now or no?
No,
what does she do?
She gave up my little sister, so she doesn't play. But it's her husband who plays drums.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So do you remember being nervous when you did your first gig with the actual live people sitting in front of you?
I'm sure I was, but I can't actually remember it. All I remember is these outfits that Mother made us.
Yeah.
Because Mother was a seamstress. Basically, so, we were wearing uniforms back then as well. So I remember one outfit was because ABBA had been on the scene and it was white satin harem pants, a white camisole with a white bolero and a silver shirt. And I didn't realize. Then I sort of got a bit cooler. So I got a bit older, about at 13, and you're living in like a small country town in Tasmania.
What I would like to know is there any photos?
I have seen a couple, and I think, oh my goodness, oh dear.
Well, you know what? I think that your mum sewing clothes for you or outfits for the show. Well, that's kind of stuck with you, hasn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, actually, with our excuse me, with our outfits, so basically, I mean, obviously the boys' shirts, we just buy them online and get them, from
Yeah.
overseas.
Yeah.
But with the outfits that Mimi and I wear, we'll buy sort of a basic sort of, black tights and a black top, and then we adorn them. So basically, we'll look at pictures and then try and match it. We'll go to Spotlight or some sort of
Yeah.
um,
And get some
fabric
bling.
shop and get bling to put on it. And Mimi's mum usually does it for us.
Oh, that's great. I was going to ask you, you a seamstress to do
No.
that.
No. I don't have time. That's very time consuming, very time consuming.
Yes, that's for sure. So when you first had that little band with your sister,
Yeah.
how long did you last together as a unit?
I think it was about 3 years, something like that.
Mm.
Yeah. And then I was just trying to then I sort of had to take time out for a little while. And then I think, no, maybe it was just 3 years. I can't actually remember the exact time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So I went off to teachers college, so actually I wasn't playing then. Yeah.
Right.
So it would have been about 3 years.
Well, so that was the next question. In between that time after with your sister, did you continue to play guitar at all?
Oh, yeah, I was playing guitar just to entertain myself. But
Right. And was
but
there
not for anybody else.
was there a part of you that hankered for the spotlight again?
Not really. I was quite content. But when I came to Sydney and the opportunity became available, I was quite nervous about it. But I thought, maybe. And then, went and had a couple of jams with this band. And I thought, I think I can do this again. So,
Right. So
yeah.
are you able to name what that band was?
But that band was called Works on Flesh. It's like as in tattoos.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have tattoos?
Yes.
Yeah. Who doesn't? They're so cool.
Well, exactly.
And so how long were you with that band for?
Maybe just trying to think when Sirens got together. Maybe about 3 years, something like that. 2 or 3 years.
Right.
And then I played in another band called The Unabashed with my best friend. Then I played in another band called Sirens. Then I played in another band, but I don't think we had a name. But one of the musicians was a little bit difficult, so I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't want to work in this band anymore.
Yeah.
And then I
took
took and then I took a big break.
Right.
And didn't play at all. And then I thought, I'm not going to play again. And then I started playing again. Yeah.
So when you met your husband, Cole, correct?
Yeah.
He played guitar then or bass then?
No.
Sorry? No.
He was fronting. He's always fronted.
Oh, he's always fronted. So he's a singer?
Yeah.
Singer only, no guitar or anything like that?
Oh, no, he plays guitar when he's writing songs, but not on stage.
Okay, but not on stage, right.
Yeah.
So therefore you trump him.
Of course. I like the way you think.
So when you first met him, how did that come about? Were you out seeing a band or were you introduced? Because I'm trying to work out how these two musical people come together to create something so magnificent.
All right. So have you seen that Pretenders film clip, Brass in Pocket?
I absolutely have, yes.
Right. That's how we met. I was waitressing and playing in rock and roll bands.
That is so cool.
And he came in from band rehearsal.
Yeah.
After band rehearsal and got some pizza. And I thought, who's that, honey?
And that, they say, is history.
No, what happened actually wasn't. We didn't get together for ages.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So he was playing in a band. We ended up supporting them one night, and I didn't think much of his band.
Oh dear. You had some comments, did you? Some suggestions?
Look, he was, the band were really, really good. They were really slick, but just not my cup of tea.
Okay. But you thought he was pretty
Yeah, I thought he
going.
was my cup of tea, but not bad.
Pretty hot going.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you guys have children together?
No, we have dogs.
You know what? They're much better.
My God, we love our dogs. Our babies.
Yeah. I was just asking because I wanted to know, were your children musical? So,
right.
And anyway, so I'm sure the doggos are musical when they're howling.
They certainly are. They howl in tune.
And what are they, if you don't mind me asking?
We've got English setters. So we've got,
gorgeous.
Yeah. So they're beautiful dogs. I've always owned setters my entire life.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I usually have Irish, but we had 3 last year, but my beautiful Rainey passed away last year. So we've got the 2 boys now, and they're both English setters. So.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, they're like children anyway, aren't they?
Oh, they're big babies.
I know ours are anyway.
Yeah, well, same here. Like, they don't sleep on their bed; they sleep on our bed. And the couch. Yeah.
Well, it's their bed. You only sleep on their bed.
Exactly.
How is there any room with 2 big English setters?
Not much, let me tell you.
Look, we've got a Chihuahua, and I tell you what, there is not much room on the bed.
Oh, my goodness.
So was your mum and dad, I know you said your mum was a seamstress. Was your mum or dad musical? Did they play an instrument? Did they...
No, my mum was a good singer, but my mum's side of the family were very musical.
Yeah.
So basically my grandpa used to sing on the radio live every Saturday night, which is quite amazing.
Yeah.
And his brothers were all amazing guitar players.
So it ran through your blood.
Yeah, and my grandma had a really beautiful voice. So on mum's side there are a lot of singers and guitarists.
Oh, that's fabulous. Have you ever been at a family do and all the guitars come out and everybody sings?
No, because the musical ones, they were sort of, we didn't see much of them. You know what I mean? Because it was my grandpa's brothers, and so we'd see my grandpa, but we wouldn't see his our great uncles all the time. Yeah.
Well, that happens sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
So have you got a funny story for me from any gig that you've been at, or something you've experienced on stage or off the stage?
Well, yes. Well, we were playing a show once, and Cole has this move, which is quite spectacular. I love it, where he removes the mic from the cradle, and then he holds the mic stand up really high, like it's a very grandiose pose, right?
Yeah.
Total rock star pose, and the mic stand got stuck in the roof. And he's just trying to pull it down, and it wouldn't come down, and we're all like, oh my God, we're dying on stage, and he just keeps on singing away.
Good on him.
This mic stand just stuck in front of him in the roof.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty funny at the time. And it got obviously removed in the break, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky he didn't pull down the roof.
I know.
But I bet everybody thought it was part of the show.
Well, totally. And that's what he usually says. All part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, all part of the show.
I love it. Have you ever had a string break on you while you're playing?
I'm just trying to think. I usually break them in rehearsal. Maybe once.
Yeah.
Yeah, not often, but I always have a spare guitar on stage anyway.
Oh, then that's perfect.
And basically what I'll just do is just play half the chord or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's good, because I know I've seen it happen, and I'll just go, oh, you're pretty good keeping going. Like people don't get phased at all. And I'm thinking, oh, if it was me, I'd be going, oh my
Uh,
God.
yeah, no, so you can sort of adapt, I think. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It
in
just
the
depends
moment.
what string it is. I mean, if it's a high E or something, you can get away with it. You can,
Yes, yes,
yeah. So,
yes. Unless you're
but
soloing and you use those.
yeah,
So,
then I'd probably have a heart attack. But
yeah.
thank goodness I don't do many solos, so it's all good.
Yeah. Is that something, though, as a guitarist? Did you only ever want to play rhythm guitar, or have
Do you know
you?
what? In the last band before this, I played in a band. You will love the name. Sorry, excuse me. It's
Yeah.
called the Sweetie Darling Sweeties because we used to drink a lot of champagne. So,
I love it.
but anyway, I was the lead guitarist in that band,
Hmm.
and so I had to learn a lot of lead guitar, and I don't feel like I'm a natural at lead guitar. I'm really good at riffs and I'm
Yep.
really good at rhythm, but I don't feel like a natural at lead guitar, and I have to put in quite a lot of work
Right,
to
right.
get it up to standard, and that's why I don't play lead guitar because yeah,
You do have to put a lot of thought into it. I mean,
you
my
do,
husband, he can, jump between lead and rhythm and lead and rhythm,
yeah,
and I just look at him and go, "How do you do that?"
yeah, yeah,
And he goes,
yeah.
40 years of playing, 50 years of playing.
Yeah, well,
So,
Shango, he's like, I mean, Shango is such an incredible guitar player.
yeah.
So it's like, do I really want to play lead when I've got him on stage with me?
Right, right, yeah. And sometimes, and I like when members of a band know where their groove is, and that they
Yeah,
can
totally.
kind of weave in with the other members.
Yeah.
So,
But,
because
Shang and I do, like, we've done a couple of songs with dual leads and
oh,
stuff like
cool,
that. But
cool.
it hasn't been really complex stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
but yeah, so I've done a little bit, but not much. Not
Yeah.
much in this band, more in the other band.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think what you guys are doing and what you're doing right now with the Mezcaltones is just absolutely amazing, and I really take my hat off to you guys. And so, where are you guys playing now? Like, what's coming up for you guys?
Okay, so we've got a really interesting gig coming up soon, actually, and it is just looking for the date. It's October 6th. We're playing with a Japanese band,
Okay.
and it's at the Duke of Enmore. So if anybody wants to see Mezcaltones in a completely different sort of vibe, we'll probably be pretty out there that night because the band that we are playing with are very crampsy. They've got like female bass player, female drummer,
Hmm.
male lead guitarist. They wear a lot of leopard spot.
Love
Um,
it, love it, love it.
I know. And they are pretty out there, really interesting, really sort of avant-garde. And we've been asked to play with them. So we'll be playing a bit more way out that night.
Okay, and is that a ticketed gig or is it a free
No,
one?
it's free.
Oh,
And it's
fabulous.
free, and it's ticketed in Melbourne and ticketed in Brisbane. So it's interesting that it's free in Sydney.
It is, isn't
Uh,
it?
yeah, it's weird. So yeah, and then I mean we play monthly at the Orient Hotel. We play
And that's at
first of all
Springwood?
no, that's
No, sorry, the one in the city. Hotel, and now is
at the
at the
Rocks.
Rocks in Sydney. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And we're playing we're playing this is a new venue we're playing. On October 14 we're playing at Brightonley Sands RSL.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, we're playing, and we've got gigs coming up at Colorado Beach Club. We're playing at the Northern Beaches Music Festival, playing at the Lincoln Pin on the Central Coast. We're playing at the Marrickville Bolo.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, so there's a few shows coming up.
Yeah. So what we'll do then is we'll get all your links and we'll put them in the description of the show. So Facebook, YouTube, to your little movie and
Yeah,
or fabulous movie, I should say.
thank
And
you.
And because I really want everybody to get the vibe of you guys and to come along and see you and support you, because I, once again, think you're just fabulous. And
Thank you,
you're
Crystal.
welcome. So, yeah, we'll put all the links there to all of those things and all your appearances, and let's get you more out there, I think. And let's
All right.
let's get a studio to do a movie with you guys.
I know, that'd be fun.
It would be, wouldn't it? Well, Nerilita, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I've really, really enjoyed speaking with you. You're a fun gal.
My pleasure, Crystal. Thank you for inviting me. I had a whole lot of fun as well.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you very much, and good night.
All right, then. You take care.
Bye.
Bye.
And here is the next track called Wouldn't Last a Day by the fabulous Mezcaltones.
I don't like wine. I like beer. I don't like spending my time hanging around here. Don't like the way you dress. You always make a mess. So now you don't like wine. Guess I'll drink the rest. Oh, you always say that I don't do enough. Living with me might sure be tough for you. I wash the car and stuff.
You don't wash anything.
I washed the dishes yesterday.
You didn't even wash yourself.
Oh, come on. It's just like you to stretch the truth again.
You snore the whole damn night.
I've never snored a day in my
Your
life.
breath, it turns me on.
Oh, that hurts. Come on. It's just like you to make that move again. Oh, you always say that I don't do enough. Living with me might sure be tough. Maybe it's time we went our separate ways. But honey, without me, you wouldn't last a day. You wouldn't last a day. You wouldn't last a day. Yeah, that's the way I think.
Yeah, that's sure it's fun. You'll miss my cheeky smile.
That's true. It's just like you to make me change my mind. Guess I'll admit that I don't do enough. Living with me might sure be tough. Maybe it's time we could change our ways. 'Cause honey, without you, I wouldn't last a day. I wouldn't last a day. I wouldn't last a day. I wouldn't last a
And that was Wouldn't Last a Day by the absolutely fabulous Mezcaltones. This evening we've been joined by Nerilita. What a gorgeous lady she is, and I just absolutely loved speaking with her this evening. You have been listening to Conversations with Crystal, and I am your hostess, Crystal. Please join us next week when we have another fabulous guest that I'm sure you all know and love and admire. Until then, please stay safe, stay happy, stay cool, stay awesome like the Mezcaltones, and stay tuned to this channel. Good night.